Good morning. Welcome to the Lake District. Today I am just north of Keswick, and my fell today is one of Lakeland's smallest fells, and that is Latrigg. But I'm hoping once I reach the top, which won't take me long, I'm going to take advantage of the views looking south towards Ullswater and the fells beyond. And I'll be using my 70-200 f4 telephoto lens. A lens I've had for a few months now, maybe a couple of months, and I haven't really put it to test. So it's the RF version, and if you follow my channel from the start, you'll know I was a rather large user of the EF lens. It's a day of inclement weather, to say the least. Heavy rains are due. It's spitting now. The winds are building up, so I want to shield my mic, but I'm just going to try and take advantage of the views before the heavy rains come. Now you will notice, been a short hike, I'm back to my Whistler bag and also the Gitzo tripod. You can see it there. Right, it's not that far from the summit. This is going to be really difficult. It's going to be a wipey lensy morning. Oh, it's a struggle with this. It's going to have to be a quick visit here, but I tell you what, we're definitely not going to get any light this morning, but we are going to get some lovely mood. The clouds are building. They're building up. Oh my god, I lost my hat. Good job, I've got a strap. Look at that, look at that behind me. Causey Pike and beyond, Ullswater. But the storm is approaching. Oh my word. It's approaching from the western fell, so I'm going to have to get a move on. So the plan was to stay up here a little bit longer, but as you can see, I'm fighting the elements. Made use of what I could with the lens. Basically, there's a choice, a couple of shots heading towards Causey Pike and beyond. Some nice shapes going on there. And the snow as well. Some of the peaks are Captain Snow, Grindsdale Pike as well. And then you've got behind me Little Man and the Skiddaw, which is where I was last time. Oh, that's great. So yeah, slim pickings indeed, but it had to be handheld. No point putting it on my tripod. You probably noticed my tripod nicely spread out whilst I was trying to get that time lapse, but there's no point using it. It's all about getting the shot quickly and moving on, and that's exactly what I'm going to do because it's quite ferocious here. But I tell you what a view, this is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so hopefully I've captured some nice mood going on there. Handheld, I reckon about 6.3 aperture. Now, because the image stabilisation, I'll be honest, I don't take much notice of the shutter speed these days, but a quick look, 1/60th, 100th, which is fabulous stuff. Very quick focus, which is exactly what I need in moments like these. Right, by the way, 204th Wainwright, that means 10 more to go. I'm going to get out of here now, head back down to my car. See you in a bit. Good to be back in my car. It really has opened up now. Torrential rain accompanied by the wind. I was hoping to time it a little bit better. I wanted to get to the top of Latrigg before it all came down, because I wanted to do a bit of a short video about the advantages of a long lens. I wanted to show the wider scene and the benefit a longer lens can bring towards your landscape photography just by taking out little snippets of that wider scene, simplifying it, taking away the distractions. But the weather had something to say about that. Now, I didn't travel, 2 hours just to go up a small fell and then go home. It literally took me about half an hour to get to the top of Latrigg. It's only 368 metres, it's one of Lakeland's smallest, but it had to be done. So now I'm going to have to think what I'm going to do next. The plan for today was to bag Latrigg and then to just focus on the photography rather than a long hiking day. I've got various options, but I'm going to get warm. The car engine is on, it's warming up. I'm going to have a coffee and think about where I'm going to head next. So if there's a downpour, you're hampered by rain, head for the woods where you've got a bit of canopy, especially now, middle of spring, some nice greens forming, just to give you some sort of shelter. I've headed down towards Ullswater, pulled off this little woods, see what I can find basically. Nice luscious greens. There's a patch of bluebells which I'm meant to be careful of from trampling on. You don't realise how delicate they are actually. So important to be careful. But the thing is about woodland, it just sucks me in. I find a conversation, then think, oh no, that doesn't actually work. Then you move on. Oh no, there's that thing where that branch is. That so frustrating. I managed to find a few shots. No point going into them. I'll show you these in a minute. But again, I've put on my 7200, homed in, trying to simplify it as much as possible. I managed to get a patch of bluebells, just using the verticals of the trees and overlapping branches with some nice luscious greens, lime green, bluebells. It's nice. very nice. But I've got to be disciplined here, because I could spend hours and hours, and all I'm going to come back with is pure frustration. Right, I'm going to get back to my car and head down to Ullswater, because there's lots of mood going on. Ullswater, probably one of my favourites. I've literally just pulled up the side of the road, got out, stuck the 7200 on and taken a shot straight away. It's probably a shot which has been repeated time and time again. It's basically of an island looking northeast called Wallhome, and it's some nice trees, I believe pine trees, and then you've got the fells in the background. But what's a bit different with this one is the shape of the clouds. You can't replicate shapes of the clouds. Got a nice circular, like a framing, adding to the frame, let's just say. And I'm just going to whack the lens again. Get used to that, I tell you. But yeah, I mean, I've just racked up at this scene. It's a wonderful wide open scene, but as we were saying before, the beauty about a telephoto lens is that you can zoom in and take out any distractions, simplifying it. So I'll just play around with that in post-processing. But yeah, a bit of a lazy shot, but it's got to be done. Now right behind me, there's a wooded area at the banks of the lake, and I'm going to zoom in. There's some lovely little colours going on there. It's one of the shapes of some old looking branches, and I'll play around with that, and I'll probably crop that to a square. I'll show you that now. So there's some lovely tones going on there, the banks of the lake, but I'm just homing in on that tree, some lovely formed branches going on. So yeah. Being hypnotised by the windscreen wipers. So yeah, I'm back in my car, the rain's started again, so I had to dash in. It's been a cracking session this, loved it, absolutely loved it. I don't mind a bit of rain, you probably know that from my history of vlogs, but I've enjoyed it, the fact that I've just used the one lens, a telephoto lens. I hope I've inspired you to take advantage of what a long lens can do. Certainly does help to simplify things. So, from the banks of a wet Ullswater, I will bid you farewell until next time. Keep smiling. keep safe. Bye bye for now.